Hello friends, welcome back. I am Jason and let's talk gear. I'm out for a couple of days and this is the equipment that I brought with me to see me through. I'm at a halfway house here, which is an old cemetery, which I'm probably going to be spending the night at if I can work up the gumption, the cojones to sleep in the cemetery. But anyway, if you want to see how I got here, all I went through to get here, you need to watch tomorrow's video. This is my machete. This is a Galavan machete made in Colombia, and this is my favorite tool. I really enjoy using this thing. And in the jungle that I live in, it's about as good as it gets as far as slashing through the foliage and stuff. Just general camp chores, chopping up firewood, knocking down some old dead standing stuff. It gets the job done, and I really like it. I always wrap my machetes right here. This part is not sharpened, and I always wrap that portion of the handle with paracord so I can choke up on the machete, making it a little bit handier. It's closer to the center of the balance point on the machete. That way I can choke up on it and do more accurate little chops. This is my pack. This is a Tarahumara pack made by Hill People Gear. Many of you have seen this before. The contents don't change too dramatically much depending on the season. I usually carry this pack about 3 seasons a year, and then in the wintertime in the colder months, I'll use a bigger pack and I'll add warming layers and sleeping bags and that kind of stuff. But so on top here, crammed in, I'm only out here for a couple days, so I just got a couple of meals. Generally speaking, that's all I need when I'm out and about. I know I'm going to be a little hungry. Who cares? I'll deal with it. I'll be fine. So I generally eat 1 meal a day and then a couple of snacks. I really like the Mountain House meals. They're so simple, so easy. They're really lightweight. They don't weigh anything, and they're pretty good. This is my Grail water filter. A little bit wet because I just used it. It is a thirsty day. I really like this small Grail water filter because it fits in my pack really nicely. It filters 16 ounces of water at a time, and it is the water bottle itself, so I can carry my water with me. I've got an SOL breathable bivy bag. This is what I will use in conjunction with my hammock right here. This is a Grand Trunk, really inexpensive. I think I paid 40 bucks for this hammock years ago, and it's been the ticket. Simple. I have not always been a huge fan of bivy bags, but this one's been pretty good. It's really lightweight, and it does actually breathe. Regular bivy bags, some of the bivy bags that I've been in, you just get so wet with condensation inside of them that it's not even worth being in them. So this one actually works pretty good. I've got a small knife sharpener right there. This is a Fall Niven DC3, I think is what, DC4 sharpener right there. Side pocket here, I just keep my snacks. I've already eaten a couple of them, but here's jerky and here's a granola bar. These will be for tomorrow. Water bottle cap wasn't on very good and it was leaking a little bit, and that's why I keep all my stuff in some sort of dry bag. This is a waxed canvas pack made by P&W Bushcraft that also has shoulder straps if you should want to wear it like that. If you wanted to leave, let's say you were carrying a big pack in the wintertime and you already had made camp and you want to go out and do something and you need to carry a few supplies with you and you don't want to load up your giant big pack, you can bring something small like this, and when it's empty you can just roll it up and put it in your pocket or whatever. It doesn't take up any space at all, but I've used it as basically a dry bag in this situation. Inside of there, well, it's bone dry inside of there. Even though that my water bottle leaked out a little bit and got the outside wet, there is absolutely no water on the inside of this pack whatsoever. And then in there, I've got some technology type stuff, extra batteries. This is a charger for my phone and stuff like that, and cords and cables and things like that. So I keep those nice and dry, even if it was raining. Extra pair of socks right there, wool socks, always wool socks. And then I've got this. Here is just a great big giant cotton cloth. It's been used for a lot of years now. I can use this as a blanket at night, a lightweight blanket for summertime sleeping. I can use it to dry myself off if I was to take a little bath in the creek, which I may do here in a little bit. I can use it as some sort of bandage, cut it up small, duct tape it on my arm if I should need to do that. All sorts of uses for just a big piece of cloth like this, and I keep it dry, obviously. If you just fold this thing up, kind of tuck the drawstrings in there, fold this thing up, it takes up almost no space. You could put that in your back pocket. No problem, or just in the side pouch of the pack. Now my shelter, all that I brought for my shelter is just going to be my poncho. That's it right there. I can string this up over my hammock. I can wear this. It's just a very versatile piece of waterproof material, and I like a poncho a lot. I normally have a 55-gallon drum liner in my pack, but I must have used it and didn't put a new one in there. I think we'll live. Last but not least is my metal container. So I can boil my water. So if something was to happen to my filter, the filter gets clogged or damaged in some way, I could still boil my water to purify it. I like this Stanley cook pot a lot because it's got a locking lid right there. And the lid is really, really handy. I like that a lot, especially if you're putting it in the fire. It keeps crap out of your water. Inside of here, I just got some extra supplies. Some of them are just kind of floating around in there, but typically I keep it all in this mesh bag to keep it organized. So I've got a compass, just an inexpensive compass right there. I've got some cordages, paracord, some bank line here. And there's also some cordage on here. This is the rip spool that I really like from Exotac, and it is great for patching up gear, sewing up torn clothing, all that kind of stuff. It's got a nice big needle there and strong thread wrapped around right there, and plus tons of duct tape that I can patch my tarp or whatever with. Put that duct tape over there and it lasts forever. It lasts for years. In this mesh pouch that keeps everything contained when I'm using the pot, there's a bunch of crap. I've got some instant coffees because I'm not a savage and I enjoy a brew from time to time. This is some Vaseline and cotton balls. Here's some little tinder tabs, fire plugs from Wazoo. Like these a lot. These also are homemade and they get the job done. Got a little bit of duct tape that I can use, like I said, for improvised bandages, fire starting, patching up gear, whatever, duct tape's great. I've got some spare batteries here for my flashlight that I keep in my pocket right there. Just a single AAA battery does the job for my flashlight, and these are rechargeable batteries. I keep a spare lighter with a rubber band wrapped around the button so it can't get depressed. Compressed? Depressed. Compressed? Pushed. So you can't push the button. And then I've got my spoon, my handy dandy spoon that I've carried for years that I cut off. I cut it off so it fits really well inside of my pot without causing any issues with closing it. This is all the gear that I foresee needing for a 48-hour period. 72, potentially, I could push it out a little bit, but I'm just going to get hungry. You need to be able to carry more food if you're going to be out longer. But for a couple days, 3 days, no problem whatsoever. This is all that I foresee needing. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. What's missing? Is this enough gear? Is it too much gear? Do you just head out into the woods with a pocket knife and your wits? I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And like I said before, if you want to see this stuff in action, make sure you're watching tomorrow's video. Thanks guys, see ya.